How's it going, people? How are we doing? Welcome to another episode of Grand Football TV, and it is your host, yours truly, Mr. Chicks. It is game week 35. Boy, the season is coming to an end. At least now we know who the winner of the Premier League is. Congratulations to Liverpool. Yes, they have won the Premier League, and I think we already know who's going down. Commiserations to Southampton, Leicester, and Ipswich. They're going down, but there's still a lot of places to fight for, especially in the European spots. So there's a lot of games still to be won by some of the teams, but some already know where they're finishing. Some might already be in the beach, but the games carry on. So let's look at game week 35. Man City will be playing Wolves today. Yeah, Man City play Wolves. And obviously Man City will be happy. They are through to the FA Cup final after beating Nottingham Forest. So they seem to be in some good form towards the end of the season. They might carry on, trying to make sure they keep that European spot, the Champions League spot, and make sure they win against Wolves. But Wolves are one of the informed team at the moment. They're winning games. Even when they had secured their safety, they're still making sure they're winning games. So this might be a tricky one for City. And I'm going for Man City to draw with Wolves. 1-1. 1-1. Okay, Arsenal host Bournemouth after that bad showing in the midweek against PSG. You're not sure the team that would turn up for this one. Would they try and rest all the players ready for the second leg of their very important game against PSG? Or will they go out and try and make sure they win this game and secure second spot? But you never know. So with this one, guys, you're going to be surprised at my prediction. And I'm being honest. I'm not sure if Arsenal are going to win this game. So I'm going for Arsenal to lose 2-1 to Bournemouth. Because Bournemouth are a good side. And if we leave ourselves exposed, they will definitely capitalize on it. And I've noticed they're not too great at home, Arsenal. They're not great at home. If it was an away game, I would say maybe they would be very solid. But I don't know. For some reason at home, they tend to lose more games recently at home or drop points at home. So that's why I'm not confident going into this one. So I'm going for Bournemouth to win 2-1. I don't care about the Premier League anymore. You can tell, can't you? Anyway, Aston Villa versus Fulham. Aston Villa versus Fulham. This one's going to be a tight game. Villa, obviously, poor showing in the FA Cup semi-final against Crystal Palace. Lost as well in the Champions League, so they're not doing great lately, apart from that big win against Newcastle, but they haven't been playing well. So would they play well in this one and try and secure, because they're fighting for that European spot. They're the least team at the moment. I think they're 7th, if I'm not mistaken, on the league. So they need to win because they're 3 points behind Nottingham Forest. So they need to win their game to make sure they catch up. So yeah, I think they would want to win this game, but Fulham will have other ideas coming into this game. So I am predicting this game also to end in a draw. Someone's going to say, what's going on with your predictions today? I don't know, boy. I don't know. It's the end of the season vibes. You get me? So, Brentford versus Man United. Man United. They will be buoyed by that big win against Athletic Bilbao in the European Cup. So, I'm thinking they'll probably be too, relaxed and forget that they still have a business to do in the Premier League. Not finishing at the worst position ever, So I think Brentford winning yesterday against Nottingham Forest away from home as well. That's a good result, beating Nottingham Forest 2-0. So I think they would go into this game wanting to win, and I feel they would beat Man United. The likes of Wissam and Mbeumo might be on the score sheet. I want Mbeumo the most because he's on my FPL. Mbeumo, come on, do it. Get 2 goals. Get everything, goals, assist, everything. All right? You hear me? All right. Anyway, we move on to the next one. Brighton versus Newcastle. Brighton, Newcastle. Well, this game is... Newcastle are still trying to secure their spot in Europe. And Brighton, I think, are behind. But if they play well from now to the end of the season, they might sneak in there. So this game is not a dead rubber. They will try, and both teams will try to make sure they win. But I'm going to give it to the home team. I'm going to say Brighton will win this game. They'll win 3-1. I'm going for Brighton to beat Newcastle 3-1. Then the Guard of Honor game, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Chelsea will definitely have to give Liverpool their Guard of Honor. You know, that's the first team playing them after they win the league. So I'm going for Chelsea to want to, you know, well, actually, before we go into the game, I remember they just won their Conference League game as well, Conference League. That's, you know, if Chelsea don't win that, then they shouldn't really be mentioned in anything again. But yeah, they did well, won that one 4-1 against the Djurgården, or how do you say it? Forgive me if I've pronounced it wrong. But yeah, they come into this game, Liverpool already winning the league, so this game, they're fighting for Europe though. Chelsea, they want to be, I mean, if they win the Conference League, they would only get into Europa. So this one, the league would guarantee them Champions League instead. So I'm assuming this would be where their priority should lie. So I would say Chelsea would try to win this one. But Liverpool, they'll probably be too strong for them. Too strong for them. And I'm going for a draw. And the only reason it's a draw, it's because Liverpool have already won the league. If they hadn't, I feel Liverpool would have beat them. They would have beat Chelsea, but I'm going for a draw, 2-2 draw. Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest. Crystal Palace, what a game in the FA Cup. What a beautiful, beautiful game. They played really, really well. And I see them going into this one confident of winning games up until the final. You know, just keep themselves going in that momentum, just like they did before they lost 2 games where they conceded 5 in both games. So this game, I see them beating Forest. Forest look like they're on a downward spiral at the moment, losing the FA Cup, losing the next game to Brentford, you know, and not even scoring in them 2 games. So I see them, you know, losing this one as well to Crystal Palace. Mateta doing some business here, and I feel they would lose 4-2. I'm predicting 4-2 for this one. Everton versus Ipswich. Ipswich, like we said earlier, are already down, but they'll probably want to make sure they put up a fight for every game from now to the end of the season. And it will be the same for every relegated team. They would want to show that, look, okay, we're down, but we're not out. We're coming back. So we need to start now to start to build. So I see them coming into this game trying to, you know, stamp their mark on the game, but Everton will be too strong for them. And I think Everton will beat Ipswich 3-1. Leicester versus Southampton. This is another relegation game. Both teams relegated already, but I see Southampton getting the edge in this one. You know, I see them going to the King Power Stadium and beating Leicester 2-1. Yes, I see that, because Southampton, they seem to be amongst the 3 getting some kind of little form at the end now, although it's too late, but they've been playing well lately and they might just nick a win here. Then the final game, West Ham versus Tottenham, another team basking in the Europa League, you know, victory yesterday. Tottenham, wow, what a game. They won, but I'm sure they will not be happy conceding late on in that game, because 3-0 would have been a definite going through to the next round kind of thing. But now they have to maybe rest players and make sure they're all ready for the return leg when they travel away. So I see them not focusing too much on this one because they've already lost 19 games, guys. 19 games. That's half of your games in the season. So they might go here and lose again. So I see West Ham beating them 2-1. That's what I think will happen. West Ham will beat Tottenham 2-1. So what are your predictions for game week 35? Let us know in the comment section. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care and bye for now.
Don't check this.